The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the WWE Tag Team Championship.
The largest competitor in the history of WWE.
Yokozuna, very familiar with success at WrestleMania. Defeated Bret Hart for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 9.
Yeah, but Yoko also owns the dubious distinction of being the only man to win and lose the WWE title at the same WrestleMania.
I'd venture to say that Yokozuna plans on winning here tonight.
I think the ring just buckled.
Well, unfortunately for his opponent, all of Yokozuna's weight and power is about to be focused on them.
We are about to see something good.
This is a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line here.
You're right, Michael, and judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see a new champ crowned here tonight.
Some have called the challenger an underdog tonight, but he is prepared to make all the doubters eat their words.
The dead man has returned.
The entire WWE Universe is in absolute awe. What a moment.
At WrestleMania, The Undertaker has the most revered, undefeated streak ever.
Icons have been slain. Legends destroyed.
Listen to the list. Kane, Orton, Michaels, Triple H, Cena, all have fallen to The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Even the showcase of immortals is overcome by darkness.
The Phenom's opponent has got to know that the end is near on the grandest stage.
Surreal moment here tonight.
An awe-inspiring, truly frightening sight.
The Undertaker's opponent better get ready. He's about to meet his maker. Oh yeah, I am pumped for this guy.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the WWE World Tag Team Championship match.
And we are looking at WWE's top teams competing here in this one. But as we all know, there's only room for one team at the absolute top of the mountain. A focused challenger about to compete in perhaps the biggest match of his career.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 908 pounds, Yokozuna and the babyface, Bacon Bad Boy, and their opponents.
I'm loving this matchup. The best teams around facing off for the titles.
These superstars came here looking to put each other to the ultimate test and find out once and for all who the superior athlete is.
And let me tell you, when you're battered and bruised, every minute on that clock can feel like an eternity. This match is as mentally demanding as it is physically.
Producing a trampling. Attacking the knee.
Hip drop. I've been waiting to see that. And the knee.
Undertaker showing no answer for this attack.
Yokozuna so vicious, just wrecking the dead man.
Return fire from the Undertaker. He's able to reverse it.
No, man, like getting hit by a brick wall. Getting tagged in.
Ooh.
We got a cover. Oh, the save.
That might have been it. Oh, he slips out of harm's way.
Oh, that's gonna sting.
And in this kind of match, is it better to get out to an early lead or keep things even for as long as you can?
There's certainly arguments for both, but if you find yourself in a position where you can run up the score, from where I'm sitting, you should, by all means, take it.
Knew it was coming from Taker.
Counters and counters. Each superstar looking dialed in.
Punch lands.
Tagged with a punch. Deposited across the barricade. Targeting a body part, working the arm.
We should probably, we should probably go.
Getting raided with a succession of strikes.
That was a furious assault from the champion. Each blow coming in harder than the last.
Big splash.
Smart strategy, attack the knee. Yokozuna turning up the intimidation factor.
Now's the time to beat the count.
Man, what timing on that counter. Punch. Right to the gut.
And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Wow, what height on that back body drop.
When you see a unit as aligned as they are, it's really incredible. Oof. Oh.
He's able to counter that.
Oh my gosh, with one hand.
It wasn't the height or distance that caused the damage, but they certainly contributed. Deconstructing the knee there.
Only running on instinct to keep fighting. Completely lost otherwise.
Swinging the elbow to halt the offense.
Yoko says this one's over. Standing bullseye drop.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
There's two. He kicks out somehow.
Just an incredible wherewithal to get the shoulder up.
You would think he'd be out of it after taking that maneuver.
And absolutely no idea how that didn't work out in Yokozuna's favor. You can tell he's shocked too. What a punch.
Goes into the corner.
Yokozuna gets reversed.
Man, earth-shattering.
Cover. There's two. No, kick out at two.
That is just pure instinct at this point.
What a headbutt. The Undertaker gets the tag.
And he got to his partner.
It is unbelievable what these athletes have been putting each other through.
Absolutely pushing each other beyond any normal human's limits.
Picked up and being carried around now.
Dropped right on their face.
Reversal by The Undertaker.
The dead man has him up. Tombstone from The Undertaker. Chance to retain here. The champ might have put this one to bed.
Oh, what a punch. Being carried around now. Quite impressive. Shoulders down. He kicks out before the count starts.
This deep into the match, and he's able to kick out before a 1 count? It's stunning.
And hold on. Are we looking at the prelude to the end of it all?
Oh, we've seen this so many times before. The last ride. Is it enough? The cover. 2. No, he gets the shoulder up.
The fact that these superstars can still be moving at this point is beyond the realm of reality.
Elbow drop right on point.
Trying to get vertical, but he has no idea he's in the line of fire.
Uh-oh. Choke slam!
The challenger clearing a path to the title.
Clever move, using the rope to break the pin.
Packed crowd on their toes. This is what it is all about. Nice takedown, stacked for the pin.
He scores a fall early on.
In off the tag.
Did you hear the impact?
Some serious damage to the arm being inflicted here.
Ooh, one step ahead there.
Oh, using the knee as a weapon.
Talk about dismantling your opponent. Turns it around. Yokozuna gets countered. Yokozuna saw it coming. Effective counter.
Knee strike. And the camel clutch is cinched in.
How's he going to tap? Will he give up the fall?
Nope.
Camel clutch applied. They're not going to last long here.
Wait. The grip is broken.
A well-earned fall there. Stiff headbutt. Simple but effective leg drop.
A narrow escape.
This place is going insane!
The ground beneath my feet is shaking.
Oh, what a chancery.
Oh my gosh, with one hand. Yokozuna feeling the energy from this crowd.
Nice takedown. Stacked him up. He may get the 3 count right here.
I think so. He might have already had a fall if the referee wasn't out of action.
A kick out before one by the challenger.
Truly cannot believe that didn't even get a 1 count.
Big blow could be felt throughout the arena. Yokozuna dodges out of that. Getting him right into the corner.
What power! Tombstone!
Will the champ make that pay off? Well, the ref can't get there to start counting. This is all for nothing.
He looks defenseless as he struggles to get his bearings. Punch to the stomach and stopped in their tracks. Oof.
This match has been history in the making.
This is insane! Aiming splash! Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here. Targeting the shoulder with the claw.
Escape and a takedown.
Ooh, great anticipation.
In off the tag here.
Yes, there's the tag. Back elbow.
Oh, that'll cave your chest in.
Knee just being torn apart now.
Hitting the ropes.
A big leg drop by Yoko.
Tag made. Fresh partner in.
Now trampling the opposition. Oh, man, he's getting ready to pull the trigger. I don't think this is going to end well. All the way up. Jackknife powerbomb. The cover. And the champ recover from that. And just in time, he gets out of there. He might be getting up, but it doesn't look like it will be for long. The challenger comes up big.
The cover. A kick out by the challenger, keeping the championship dream alive.
I thought for sure this thing was wrapped up.
Well, stay in your seat. Looks like we've got a ways to go yet.
And the heaviest hitter in the arsenal was not enough.
Getting set up in the corner now. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Hip toss interrupts the attack completely.
Ooh, that hurt right in the kidney.
Golly.
Lots of damage done to the challenger now.
Yeah, holding strong for this long in a tag team match is commendable, but it might be time to tag out. He has him lined right in his sights. Oh my, will it be? I think so!
And he gets the fall. Saw it coming and counters it.
And he gets directed into the corner.
Oh, he timed that counter well.
Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
We might see a new champion crown.
Cover. Add that to his score.
Turns that away. Tackles ruthless.
And now we have reached past the quarter point of what will be a long night for these superstars.
Two falls can be a commanding lead. If they put the foot on the gas pedal, they can blow this thing wide open.
Oh, draping double axe handle.
Knee right to the side of the face.
Yokozuna just manhandling his opponent. Big headbutt.
Oh, I think we know what Yokozuna is thinking.
Up to the second rope. This is gonna be ugly.
Bullseye drop. We might be moments away from crowning a new champ.
There's the tag.
He wastes no time dodging the attack. The Undertaker makes the tag. Ooh! Got the leg and
Big elbow drop.
And Undertaker persevering to deliver some much-needed offense of his own.
yeah, the Undertaker is at a point in this match where he wants to remain relentless.
Undertaker turning up the intimidation factor.
Face watch.
The dead man lining up his next victim moments away. The Undertaker with a vintage tombstone pile driver.
Did the champ just finish the job?
He breaks the pin, keeping his team in this one. He makes the tag here.
Evasive maneuvering there. Oh, spine buster. He's getting back up, straight into harm's way. This could be big. Spine buster.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
That's one way to break up a pin attempt.
And makes the tag to their partner.
Yoko says this one's over.
Bullseye drop.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
And a kick out. No one saw that coming.
He's in total disbelief. That did not finish the
Cody,
job.
everyone watching this is in total disbelief right now. And Yokozuna is just stunned. How in the world can someone get a shoulder up when a 600-pound man is on top of you?
Down on the chest.
Right to the knee.
Sent to the corner.
Splash in the corner. Followed up by a
Scoop slam. The Undertaker gets the tag.
Yokozuna sidesteps. Good gravy roll body block.
Uncorked a big punch.
using their boot.
Put right in the jaw.
Boom! It's okay, they weren't that pretty anyway.
Right to the midsection. A showstopper. Does he have him here? Keeps his team alive. What a save.
He's looking to finally put Yokozuna away.
Choke slam!
It just got as bad as it could for the
Going for the pin. Oh, and he just kicked out.
A behemoth like Yokozuna kicking out of that has to make you wonder what it'll take to keep him down.
That move has brought victory before, but not on this occasion. Might be time to think outside the box. Flying forearm. Stomping down.
Metal rope forearm on point.
It's locked in. He's got to be looking for it out here.
Agony on his face.
He had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand. Devastating leg drop.
Is it enough? The cover. Not looking good in this position. Oh my goodness. Jaw-shattering boot. And that's another well-placed attack to his head and neck area.
Ooh, put the elbow counters out. Oh!
clinic of counters being put on by these competitors.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now. Yoko says this one's over.
We might see a new champion crown.
No, it's not over.
The title still hanging in the balance.
Resilience of a champion on display.
And Yokozuna is just stunned. How in the world can someone get a shoulder up when a 600-pound man is on top of you? With authority!
What's the Undertaker got in mind here?
Hey, Byron, how about we take things a little old school?
Yeah, I like it. Taker scaling the ropes and dropping down on the arm. He tags out. Lands the knee. He's ready to show his opponent and the world what he's made of.
Oh, what a response.
Check out this power in the corner.
Snake eyes!
Look at this. Oh! That's just disrespect right there. I kind of like it.
Oh, look at the power. Choke slam.
Effectively using the knee.
A non-stop flurry of offense from him.
Now he just has to keep it up. Keep the attacks coming.
He connects with a counter.
And he puts a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
This might be the moment he was waiting for. His comeback could start here.
And he makes the tag.
Watch out, coming in hot.
First the knife edge chop and now continuing the attack on the knee.
Straight to the knee.
Carrying into jeopardizing position here. Oh, man, take the cover. He's in deep waters now, but gaining that fall proves he's still got fight.
Oh my gosh!
Attack with the hips in the corner, and look at this power.
And a peel. He may get the 3 count. This is it. Adding to his score late in the match. Oh, man, a backbreak.
Close. How dirty is that?
But, oh, man, I really don't like the look of this, guys. You can see the pain.
His focused attacks to the midsection might have done some lasting damage.
Tag, here we go. High level of offense on display from Yokozuna.
Undertaker has to turn this around in a hurry.
Yoko says this one's over.
I hope you like pancakes.
He might be moments away from crowning a new champ.
The dead man has them hoisted up into position.
Tombstone by the Undertaker.
The champ is in control.
2 count. Got the shoulder up.
I don't believe it. How did the challengers survive that?
By the skin of their teeth. And don't expect the champ to start going easy on him now.
Seeing a little bit of shock on the Undertaker's face. He's ended so many matches this way, but not this one. Oh, strong impact. Looking vulnerable now, guys.
With a series of forearms.
Oh.
barricade.
Looks like he knew what was coming up.
Rapid fire Samoan drop. Working on the arm.
Oh, this is just too far. Get some control in there.
Oh, and his aggression, just pure brutality.
Not easy. Get tossed.
And a big boot.
Oh, man. Down to bonus. And a double axe handle smash.
All the way down.
Undertaker isn't being given any room to recover.
Yeah, Yokozuna is clearly in control.
Tag made.
Ooh, double axe handle.
Clawing the face. Is this necessary?
Ripping at the eyes.
We've already seen a few blows land above the neck.
Oh, knee right to the spine.
Oh. And his stamina's going to drain fast taking shots to the torso like this.
Oh, a knee.
Lights out. He's in a bad spot on that turnbuckle.
You know what they say, gentlemen?
What do they say, Corey?
What goes up must come crashing down.
Superplex.
Ooh, right to the arm. Undertaker facing some trouble.
We may be seeing a dead man.
He's about to do it. He's about to do it again.
Can the champ recover from that?
Is it enough? The cover. Oh, what a choke slam. Tossed them across the ring. Oh, what a spine buster. Oh. Headbutt to the back. This could do it. He scores the ball, showing great stamina now.
This will do it if it connects. Here we go. Jackknife powerbomb.
Makes
This
the
is about as
cover.
bad as it could for the champ.
Somehow he's able to get a fall this late in the match.
Careful, getting out of harm's way. DDT by The Undertaker.
Undertaker gonna take them for a ride.
Choke slam!
This match has spilled out to our announcers area.
Let's hope they take it back in the ring soon.
No way!
Vaulting plancha, incredible. Toss caution out the window, and it paid off.
Adrenaline is through the roof now.
The clock just hit the midway marker. Still a grueling half to go.
And we've got a 3-fall
From the top.
All the way to the outside.
from up top, right onto the target outside.
That is kicking things into a whole new gear.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
Got there. This was almost over.
Gets lifted into position.
The dead man has decided this ends now. Tombstone! Did the champ just close this out? Arm extended, tags his teammate in.
Good night.
Oh, man, he's got him in the crosshairs.
What a
chain of reversals here. Every motion getting cut off.
Cover! 2 count. And that fall will get added to his score. Clubbing blow.
Far off with an elbow.
Thunderous power slam. Tagged in here.
Oh, no. A big splash. Shoulders down. He makes the save.
Better late than never.
Yoko says this one's over. Side drop.
The challenger clearing a path to the title. And he avoids what was coming.
Flesh on flesh. Nothing pretty about it.
Ooh,
Ripped in the hard way.
forearm club.
Oh, shot to the solar plexus. Clothesline followed by choke slam. He thinks he has it. Well to the match, and he picks up the fall. Oh, he saw it coming.
The Undertaker makes the tag.
He's got the Undertaker dead to rights, and it looks like the gunslinger's out of ammo.
Two-handed choke slam. Oh, we headed towards a title change.
And gets tossed back into the mat. Here's the pin. So late in the match, but he's able to score the fall.
Big time power slam.
The champ is looking hopeless here.
Take it on so. Here comes another one.
Buster.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
2. He scores a fall deep into this match.
Huge boot.
Point of the elbow finds the mark. Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm. Undertaker, massive choke slam.
Yokozuna is rocked and incurring the furious wrath of the Phenom.
From the top.
Elbow drop. Good Lord.
Running power slam. Undertaker unleashing complete devastation.
The Undertaker cannot be stopped. Looking for the power slam. Their opponent has other plans of their own, yes! And he needed that badly.
He is absolutely back in this fight.
Caught in a bad spot. Powerbomb. And efforts to bury the dead man continue with that attack.
Certainly a less than ideal situation for the Undertaker here, not seeing his usually dominant form.
headbutt to the back of the neck. Oh, what a chancery. Undertaker with the counter.
Undertaker reversing the momentum on him.
He's still in this, and he's making sure.
The time has arrived to rest in peace. Tombstone.
That could be enough to continue the reign.
And he gets set back into the ring. And the cover and stopping the pin there.
Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move. A complete stalemate of reversals here. Neither one giving an inch. These two reaching a standstill with all these reversals.
The Undertaker grounding his opponent.
Leg drop.
And he's tagging his partner in.
Wow. An uppercut. That'll cost some teeth. The challenger struggling for anything here.
He has been battered and beaten, and there's only so much more he can take.
Oh, what a headbutt. Watch the knee. To the gut, now clubbing forward. Sent right into the corner. Headbutt by the big man. This is not going to be pretty. Dragging his opponent to the corner, taking his time, up to the second rope, and the bonsai drop.
The challenger comes up big.
He made the save just in time. Kick right to the gut. Oh, my God.
Sliding out of danger there.
Big time shoulder block with a corkscrew. Makes the tag.
Yokozuna able to avert that. Able to
Hopped up, no way.
yes way.
What power.
Good night. Perfect execution from the champ.
2. Deep into the match, and the champ gets a fall.
Military press. Ooh.
The big man, Yokozuna. And Yokozuna didn't see that coming. Big boot.
Coming in off the tag.
Vicious, downright savage club right there.
Gets the reversal. What a counter. Placed him in the corner here. A showstopper. This is it. He got it. He got the fall. Uh-oh. Headbutt.
Nothing fancy there.
He looks like the kind of competitor that can take on all comers right now.
Oh, my God. Right over the top and hit hard. And he's got a seeing stars right about now.
Either stars or he's seeing double.
Clubbing forward.
He's looking like easy prey about to fall into a trap.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
He's absorbing a ton of offense here.
He's staring adversity right in the face now. Oh, using your head to counter that. Scoop slam. Shoulders down.
And he scores the fall. Counters to gain the advantage. Fires back with a crucial elbow. German suplex. And there's Yokozuna dealing out even more damage.
Yeah, Yokozuna is at a point in the match where he wants to remain relentless. Waistlock applied, but their opponent from the opposition.
Headbutt to the back of the neck. And a reversal from the Undertaker.
Drop.
Coming in off the tag.
Targeting the arm to great effect.
Treating their opponent like a heavy bag right now.
The arm absorbing the damage.
Just disrespecting their fallen opponent.
And an elbow drop for added measure. Fends it off. Good counter.
And he's ready to switch things up, tagging out.
Oh, no. Oh, strongest splash. Yoko says this one's over.
We might be moments away from crowning a new champ. Yokozuna in full control.
Hope the ropes hold up.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
2. And somehow he's able to gain a fall.
Shoved right out of the ring.
And Yokozuna didn't see that coming.
Short clothesline hits its mark.
Oh my gosh, with one hand.
Going for a power slam, turning it into a power slam.
How about a power slam of their own? Boom! Wow. Can the champ recover from that?
Shoulders down. Deep in this thing, he gets the fall. Majority of the clock is gone. Iron Man testing these athletes' mettle.
I know the scoreboard looks ugly, but nothing is settled until the final bell rings.
We might see a new champion crowned.
Gets there. Teammate makes the save.
The Undertaker gets the tag.
Back and forth.
Oh, right to the throat. Set him up. Russian leg sweep.
Setting him up for the flatline.
Man, face first.
And now the tag. Down with the leg drop. Does he get him here? He picks up the fall. Oh, Yokozuna counters. Calculating the next move here. Oh, shoulder breaker. That is gonna hurt. The challenger's looking down and out there.
At this point in the match, there's no time to recover. The damage is...
Oh, no, he could be caught here. Bad spot for him.
Targeting the shoulder with the claw.
Crucial moment in this Iron Man match. Looking to score a fall with this.
Oh, and there's the tap out. He just couldn't hold out any longer. No choice but to sacrifice the fall.
Body slam. He tags in his partner.
Carefully measured knee drop.
Uh-oh. Targeting the stomach to reverse that maneuver.
Oh my gosh! One hand!
Placing him in the corner. Running hip attack. What impact. Oh, no, no, no. A big splash. Cover. Two. Yoko says this one's over.
Bullseye drop. The challenger comes up big.
He gets the late fall. Cuts the attack off. Oh, my goodness.
Systematic attack on that arm.
He's got him here. He's got him up. And
Oh no, has him lined up for the kill shot.
Backs him up with a headbutt out of nowhere.
Yokozuna gets countered.
Oh my gosh! With one hand!
And Yokozuna is fighting through the fatigue.
Yokozuna with a massively jarring headbutt. But it appears Yokozuna with more destruction on the mind from the middle rope.
Bullseye drop.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
There's two. And he managed to pull it off. He got the fall.
Belly back suplex.
And there's the tag. Turns that in his favor. Wow.
Disrupts the attack with an elbow to the gut. Oh, ouch! Oh, earth-shattering cover.
Is it enough? Fatigue is setting in, but he's able to score a fall here.
He's looking for yet another exclamation mark.
Oh, he headed towards a title change.
Is it enough? The cover! Two. Keeping in this match, and he's able to get the fall. Caught with a big boot. On the mark.
the small of the back.
The Undertaker makes the tag.
Drops the leg. And Undertaker finding the strength of the leg going.
All that effort backing the dead man into a corner, and he still finds a way back to life.
Uh-oh. Has to find a way out of this.
Driven down face first.
He makes the tag here. Undertaker cuts him off. This is a situation you want to avoid. Taken down with a body slam. Fist directly to the gut.
Narrowly escaping there.
Side headlock applied.
Good measure. Tag it in.
Right into the shoulder. That's gotta hurt.
Connects with the kick. The Undertaker is tagged in.
Oh, the elbow connects.
Sound strategy going after the torso like this, making it extremely hard to breathe with each targeted attack.
Ooh. And with the clock where it is, we can say it is gut check time.
This match might be all but over. With the time left, it would be a miracle to overcome this lead.
Chop. Getting carried to a vulnerable position here. Jeez. Right to the leg. Oh, a deafening blow to the chest.
Undertaker has it cinched in.
Chop slam.
The dead man about to put Yokozuna in grave danger. Time to rest in peace.
Tombstone pile driver.
And there it is. The title's not going anywhere tonight.
Manages to land a big headbutt.
Oh, we can see a count out here.
The Undertaker with an ominous gaze toward his opponent. A late fall for the champ here. Somehow he saw Taker coming.
Whoa, using the body as an absolute weapon. This won't be good. Yokozuna is just begging for a fight.
Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm. Yoko says this one's over. Standing bonsai drop.
The challenger clearing a path to the title. Saw it coming and slowed it down with the back elbow.
Cody takedown. Gonna stack them up here. With a pin. And he captures the fall with that. And he counters.
Using the elbow to escape the attack. Undertaker moves just
Set him up.
Russian leg sweep.
He tags in his partner.
He quickly gets out of dodge. Right into a big boot. That was vicious.
Is it enough? The cover! 2. And keeps his partner alive. Being placed in the corner here.
There's a tag. Opponent off the ropes. Double big back body drop.
Very little time remaining here. Here we go.
Inverted DDT.
Lights out.
And he throws the opposition back into the ring. The Undertaker shifting his eerie focus to the thousands in attendance.
Big boot. Vicious. Hoisting their opponent up. Look out. Snake eyes.
And the Undertaker just got rocked there.
It's not every day you see the Undertaker forced into a life or death situation like this one.
Well,
I don't think this is going to end well. All the way up.
Jackknife powerbomb. That might have just
Looking
sealed
for
the
the
deal
pin.
on us having a new champ.
Yes, they did it. New tag team champs.
Here are your winners and new WWE Tag Team Champions, Yokozuna and the babyface, Bacon Bad Boy.
that was one of the most physical matches we've ever seen. An Iron Man match takes a huge toll, but you're seeing the result of pushing through that to win.
That wasn't just a win, Cole. That was a top-level tag team performance. Take it from a former NXT tag champ.